and me and
Surprise, we're
him
suddenly impossible.
yeah, we're way off. So
Yeah, so our first three runners will be Delgas, Sparkover, and Polo, and they all have around 20-minute PB times. Delgas is at 20:33, Sparkover is at 20:47, and Polo's at 20:49, so it should be pretty close considering. And these runners are pretty consistent too, so.
okay.
Also, fun fact, in the last race, Delgas actually PB'd by 5 seconds, so maybe he can do it again. And we're actually off. We're actually in the forest.
Yeah, it looks like we're taking off now.
Sweet.
Sparkover looks like she's okay. No, Delgas. Okay.
Everyone missed the
trying to get my
1-5 mark.
orientation.
Yeah.
Every time it seems a little different, but that's fine. Keep it fresh. So, let's see. Sparkover, she's Canadian.
Yeah.
Know that. I think is Delgas French?
Delgas and Polo are both from France.
Okay.
They hail from our large community of French runners.
Yeah. Definitely the largest base of runners outside of America.
Yeah, so let's see. I don't think we're going to see anything too fancy in terms of strats in the forest.
Yeah, you can see the auto jump. I guess we could explain that for those who are new to this. Whenever they do that pause, it's not just for the sake of pausing, believe it or not. They are actually using it to activate a glitch that allows them to auto jump, and it's a very simple glitch to learn. Everyone who picks up this game eventually learns it, if not right away. But it helps them beat levels fast. That's why we use it.
Yeah. I think that was like 3 deathless forests from all 3 runners. It's pretty clean. It's still really tight going into the hospital. Let's see. Oh, Polo took a death on 2-1.
Yeah, and that's no fun there.
No.
Probably,
it's plenty of time to catch up, but it's put him behind everyone else for now. Although Spark and Delga seem to be neck and neck.
Yeah, Spark struggled a little bit on 2-4, but made it through. And so, sorry, I'm not as prepared as I should have been.
That's okay.
I'm struggling, but
Spark took a death.
and Sparkover, she runs a number of games as well. I've seen her do a few games, and she was. I think last time I heard her talking about routing a Barbie game or something, but
That's pretty cool.
I really don't know.
Yeah, shoutouts to Spark. I think aside from she and Delgas have been pretty consistent in all of these relays in terms of participation.
Yeah, and Polo, he's been in at least one.
Too.
Yeah. So we have a lot of faces that keep coming back for these things. And
yeah, we have a couple new ones too. I know Thermospore is new. Gladys, it'll be a second relay, and of course we've got some old faces here as well.
Yeah, we were just mentioning that he PB'd yesterday.
Yeah. So yeah, Delgas used the auto jump glitch that Jones was talking about to go up 219 or 217, sorry, really fast. And now we'll see if anyone goes for chat skip, which is basically they get to this second key as fast as they can to make the auto scroller keep going up, so they can jump to the third key.
And Delgas got it.
Yeah, Delgas got it. Nice. Let's see if Spark goes for it.
I'm pretty confident that they'll at least try it.
Yeah.
But there's she went for her little backup, which is a risky thing because it can kill you sometimes when the screen scrolls up. So
yeah, because when it stops, see, there's death above.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. Did Polo get it?
I have no idea. I was watching Spark over.
We were so consumed.
Sorry, Polo.
And now we're entering the Salt Factory. I think casually, at least for me, this is one of the hardest worlds to learn. Mostly because Hospital and Forest are pretty straightforward.
To me, I felt like Salt Factory has some of the trickiest strats to learn. But I mean, not all these strats are really that difficult. It's just easy to mess them up.
Yeah. So something new to Factory, if you've never played this game before, is these conveyor belts, and you'll notice the runners will jump into the conveyor belts to give them extra speed and momentum. Oh, Delgas doesn't go for gap skip. So if you time it right and you're super awesome and pray a little bit, you can skip that last conveyor belt.
He definitely wouldn't have made it, so wise decision on his part. And you see Sparkover struggling to jump into the conveyor there, which is a little tricky sometimes when there's some pressure on.
Let's see if Polo goes for gap skip. Oh, he does, and he gets it. Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. It's definitely a time save if you get it the first try, but I think it loses you time if you miss it.
I haven't seen Polo around too much recently, but I do know when he started, he was a pretty talented runner, so...
Yeah. Spark gets gap skip too. Nice. Another thing to notice is there's some different routing in Salt Factory. If you're newer to this category, you'd run 312 and 313 instead of 318 and 319. And mostly it's because there's a skip on 318 that a lot of new runners aren't usually comfortable trying. So those other two levels, while a little bit longer, they're safer. Although I have died to both of those levels. So.
Nailed mono skip.
Oh yeah, mono skip it. I missed it.
But yeah, the other reason a lot of people, even some of the people who've played this game a lot, don't do the newer route for Salt Factory is because it only saves time if you get that skip. So otherwise, I think it's like you lose 2 seconds, something like that, or maybe more. I think it saves 2 seconds actually.
And here we're going to see Delgas go for brownie skip, which he did get on the second try, I believe, where we're basically just going out of bounds just slightly, using a sprint jump, which is... I really know how to explain it too well. Okay,
well, sprint jump basically is... raise your minglies. But sprint jumping, anyways. Whenever you jump, if you're holding sprint, then you're holding sprint. I'm trying to explain this and I'm stumbling over my words. Whenever you let go of sprint, you lose speed. So when you jump and you let go of sprint and then hold it again, you regain your speed, and it makes it to where you don't jump as far away from the wall. And so it allows them to get around that little corner there where there's a death zone next to, and you can see Sparkover died. And and really it's used all over, but for people who don't use it or don't know about it, don't really know what to look for if they're using it.
Yeah. It's one of those things that you don't really notice. Like, auto jump is pretty noticeable, but sprint jumping really isn't. We're going to see Spark actually do the brownie race.
Yeah, and
like a boss.
yeah, typically we have at least one runner who ends up doing it, but that's fine. I mean, sometimes you just got to make that call. Ooh, and that's really tough.
Yeah.
Because a death like that could end up losing you a lot more time than just trying brownie skip until you get it sometimes.
Right. So we see Polo struggling a little bit with Rickets. Ooh, jumped over Bandage Girl. I have done that before, and it feels bad, man, every time.
Yeah, and that's another common thing, especially for those who use A and S keys, which I can go into that in a second. But whenever they if they bind the key to their controller, they normally bind A to A. I mean, I say normally just because that's what I do, but if you're not careful, you can press it too early and you'll jump over Bandage Girl instead of skipping the replay, which is what it's for.
I don't think we saw anybody go for Hex Skip either, which we might see in the next leg of the race.
And I think
let's go for that.
In mono, it's a lot more common for people just to panic whenever they cancel their auto jump and jump over Bandage Girl.
Delgas currently has a PB of 2033. Although he's the man to PB during a relay race, as we saw in the last one. Oh, 2020 as of yesterday, apparently. Right, they did say he PB'd yesterday. You should have messaged me, I would have at least shouted out.
But yeah, he's been pretty phenomenal in these last few relays. It's one of the popular ones, especially just because he's dang consistent.
So Douglas is now in Rapture, which is has by far some of the longest levels in this run, aside from maybe a couple levels in the end.
Well, I guess popular is the wrong term. He gets hype in the chat only. So, I mean, Hank got a lot of hype, but his run, I think it was Hank, was awesome. So,
I've seen Polo do the hardest boss in the game by far. A little horn boss where we jump 3 times.
and then for a lot of people who've played this game, know how difficult Rapture is for a casual playthrough, and so if they've never seen a speed run of this, it can blow you away pretty easily.
Another thing to note is in Rapture, a lot of people start off by going with a 5.2 to 5.18 route, whereas some people opt for 5.1 to 5.7 and then 5.9 to 5.18. Although I believe 5.8, which we just saw Delgas do, it's the same time as 5.18?
It's about the same, I think. Due to the fact that whenever you skip the level, you have to exit and then enter again. But a lot of there are some people that also route 2 to 18. I don't know if you said that. Some do 1 to 17.
Yeah, I do 117 for sure.
And then, but a lot of runners like to skip that scroller because it's a scroller, but also lag can cause you to get a death on that level, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Alright, so Sparky is gonna work on catching up. She's finally getting into Rapture here, though there's plenty of time to catch up. Definitely, we've seen it happen in the past where I guess Rapture and the end are a lot of big choke points for some runners. I know
that was
myself.
a good save.
Oof, yeah.
Oh, that's an interest. I'm not exactly sure if he meant to do that.
Who's that?
Delgas did a weird little jump fall at the beginning of 5:14.
Another thing to notice about Rapture is not only are those there's those gravity repulsors, but there's these little abominations or burnt boys or what have you. I've heard them called many different names. Pains in the butt.
Yeah,
that's what I call them.
zombies, whatever.
On Polo's stream, yeah. They're kind of annoying because I think as soon as you die, their state becomes almost random, and they can do some pretty weird stuff to throw you off your run.
Yeah, they seem to have some kind of variable whenever they aggro and when they jump. But it's not much known about it really.
And we see Delgas here on Larry, which is the only major RNG in this run. All we can do is sit and wait behind those saws. Be at Larry's whim. I think he got a 10. I wasn't really counting super hard.
Yeah, I didn't count it at all. So
I think
it was about
10.
an average Larry.
Chat can correct me if not.
I'm sure
And now
somebody
Delgas
was.
entering the end. 5 more levels plus fetus and escape, and he's done. It's gonna go fast.
Yeah, he's.
So the fastest Larry cycle you can get is 3, and the longest was what, 60? Although I've
The
never seen that
longest-
personally happen.
The longest is technically indefinite, but that's the chances of that happening are pretty much zero. So we have had people claim 60 plus, 60, 40.
I've definitely had a 20
so.
before. That was
Yes,
not fun.
I've had actually back whenever they did the Meat Boy Get Yourself Speedrunning race, I had the worst Larry RNG I've ever had, and it was like 2 minutes,
Oh, jeez.
which
Oh,
didn't.
Spark saved her.
Yeah,
Saved herself there. So we're seeing Douglas speed his way through the end. He's holding his lead pretty strong. Even with that Larry. Polo is catching up though. If he gets a good Larry, there's a chance. And Sparks actually brought it back pretty good. She was considerably behind, I think, going into Rapture.
yeah.
She's almost out.
And Delgas kind of been blasting ahead the whole time,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Polo's been pretty consistent throughout it. His Larry is just not cooperating with him, and so Sparkover made up some time. Wow. And
Delgas is apparently on a
is actually
20-minute
yeah.
pace.
He's
Yeah,
he's
jeez.
on pace of a 19.
Oh my gosh, Polo! I'm feeling so bad. He's still in there.
Yeah,
So much so that
Pretty-
Spark is caught up.
it's pretty unfortunate. She's not having too much luck either.
No, oh, there we go. Polo's out.
Yeah, Polo just exited.
Douglas PBs again. It's gonna be.
It looks like he's gonna get a 1930
Jeez.
something if he doesn't die,
Wow.
which is incredible.
He's now going to have a standard to PB in every relay that he participates in from now on.
He'll get world record in relay.
Yeah, there we go.
And
Wow,
wow,
first, folks.
1935, something
Wow.
like, or well, 1940. Okay, about that. So. Wow.
Alright, now we're going to see Vorpal go. He's currently second place on the leaderboards. Only just fairly recently taken out by Hamanu. Although he's been grinding the world record pace again lately, from what I've seen on his stream.
Polo took a very painful death
Ooh.
at the end of 6-3.
Took another one in the beginning too. So actually Sparks pull ahead slightly.
Yes. Yeah. They're both. It still is anyone's game, but. Looks like the heat is catching up to him.
Yeah, Polo's
Pressure's
having a rough
on.
time on 6-3, though I think 6-3 is one of the more common levels to mess up, I guess, from what I've seen.
Yeah, 6-3. If you're trying to go for the fastest shot on that, it's pretty dang hard if you haven't grinded it for a long time. And even just kind of fast strat can be risky.
Mm.
But Team Meat has a pretty considerable lead right now.
Yeah,
Of course, that could change. But
yeah. Really, in the last relay, we had every team in the lead at one point or another.
yeah, and then we found out one team was way ahead, even though
Yeah.
it didn't seem like it.
See Vorpal being super fast and done with Forest already. We're gonna see some pretty spicy gameplay from him, I'm sure.
Spicy is definitely the right terminology. And Vorpal's living up to his name pretty well, it seems. And it looks like Sparkover's got the lead still. In the past, I have noticed her struggle, though, on Fetus in the escape, so we'll see if she's got it down this time.
Yeah, it's definitely something if you don't practice a lot, Fetus and Escape will,
And it looks like she's good.
There we go. This
As long as she doesn't... Yeah. Okay. And now Polo is going on to the escape.
Alright, we're just gonna see Mate start off his leg of the race now. Mate's PB time is currently 18 minutes flat, unless that's changed in the last couple of hours.
And he's also a pretty well-known runner.
Yes.
Polo's cursor is looking good. I'm sure Uber likes that.
Yeah, we see Vorpal doing that auto jump into 17.
Skipping that cycle.
Yeah.
And also, I guess we hadn't mentioned that he utilizes a storage jump and that, which you store the state that Meat Boy was in from the previous level. And I'm trying to think of how to explain that, but
Basically just remembers what Meat Boy
Yeah,
was
whatever
positioned
surface
as.
you were touching, it kind of, for the first frame of the next level, is still there. So you can use that to jump off of ground, because you spawn just a little bit above the ground. So,
Right. And if not,
and it
it's a very
varies on
perfect
levels, it
thing to
seems.
get, right, to get that skip.
Yeah.
Alright, and Polo finished his leg. We're going to see Fimbz start off his, who's also a really high-level player. His PB is currently 1820. Just recently got that.
Yeah, he's kind of a prodigy in a way.
Also, his first relay. Fun fact. I thought he participated in another one, but I think this is his first. So.
Yeah, I don't recall Fimbz taking place in one unless it was like the first one. Which, if he says it's his first, it probably is. Don't see why he would lie about that. But
Well, I didn't ask him. I
yeah.
just looked up all the runners from the
Okay,
past
I
relays.
see. Well, then there you go. But yeah, I don't.
Okay,
I
we
don't
see
recall
Vorpal get
Fimbz.
gap skip. Nice, nice. It's always fun to see. Sorry, what were you saying?
He improved his time really quickly after getting into speedrunning this. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And we have a lot of runners who can do that now.
Yeah, we've had some pretty big time improvements between this relay and the last. I know Applesauce was at around, I want to say like a 22 in the last relay, and now he's at sub 20. And Lad's another one that's been grinding and improving as of late. So it's been pretty active recently. It's good to see.
We'll have to go back and see exactly how long that Larry was for Polo because
Yeah.
it was pretty extensive.
Ooh, Vorpal takes a death on 317. Although I think his lead is pretty considerable that he's going to have to make many more mistakes in order for
Yeah,
the other two to catch up.
and he opted out of the auto jump for the next attempt on that level, which I don't personally use the auto jump on that, but a lot of people do. And I don't because what happened to Vorpal always happens to me. So
Well, based on past records, you know.
yeah, and I mean, for me in this game, I spent a long time trying to get a good time compared to a lot of people who worked really hard. Compared to me, I just raced mostly. So. Kind of hard to PB and improve and all that, except for my PB was in a race.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off, but here
Go
coming
ahead.
up, we're gonna see Vorpal try and go for. I'm assuming he's gonna go for hex skip. Like past record shows that he has done it.
Yeah, and I bet he's gonna go for Ricketts probably once or twice.
Be fun to
I would
see.
assume.
He goes for it and gets it. Wow, first try, nice. It's definitely something more difficult.
And the last relay, he did get Ricketts. So, yeah, I remember actually because they were looking at Hambanu and he missed it.
Oh, he died. Let's see if he goes for it again. Oh, he does. Okay, that's the first one.
He got
he gets it. Wow.
Wow.
Nice, smooth. I always love watching higher level players play because everything just looks so clean.
Yeah.
Even if they die.
And that is probably, I would say, one of the hardest tricks that is implemented in any percent right now, if not the hardest.
I'm seeing Fimbz have a little bit of trouble on 217. Took a couple deaths there. But I believe his endgame is pretty strong, so should still be not so bad.
Vorpal with a silly death on, forget the number of this level, but
yeah, I don't even know either. But
it's one of those levels that's just not memorable to me.
Yeah, it goes by so fast that you're just like, oh, it blinked and gone.
411, that's what it was.
Mate just took a death. I guess he was trying to go for cap skip? Or maybe not. Maybe he was trying to just correct himself. I didn't see. Alright, Fimbz is heading into the factory.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see some mistakes from Team Meat to really bring the other teams back into balance.
Yeah. But we've seen Vorpal take more deaths than I think I've ever seen him take on a run.
Well, normally he would be able to reset, so...
That's true, yeah. Normally I'm seeing him reset even if he takes a death on Hell, so...
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if Mate goes for mono skip here.
Oh, he's
oh,
gonna...
no, looks like he's had a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. And that's another tricky skip as well that we haven't really addressed. But we found a setup that basically you can auto jump and then let Meat Boy just fall, and then right at the right time you have to hold right so that you hit that wall and not the ceiling above it.
I've heard that skip is hard to some people, and other people have said I got it on the first try. And some people don't even do it with auto jump, so...
Well, see, I can believe that people have gotten it on their first try, but I find it hard to believe that they were consistent at it and runs their first try. And it's difficult, but it's definitely something you can be consistent at. You see Fimbz going for it now.
Oof, and he takes a death on it. I think it's too low.
Yeah, that would mean that he held right too late. Ooh, saved it.
Oh, and he missed the key. Wow. Something about this level is if you miss a key or something goes wrong, you really have to think on your toes because those blocks disappear and
a lot of the backup strats in this game are just as impressive as nailing a true strat, so... And people who've played this game enough have kind of figured out how to handle those situations in real time and not get too flustered, but...
Let's see. We're seeing Fimbz enter Hell right now. Mate's maybe about halfway through. So Fimbz has got a lot of ground to cover. I believe, though.
Yeah, there's Larry, so
yeah, there's
all of this
Larry.
could change. All of this could change very quickly.
Mate did a really interesting strat that I don't really see very often on 413 there, where he jumps.
Fimbz got Hex.
Oh, nice.
At least I think. I just saw the end of it and it looked like he did, so...
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now.
Yeah. Feel free to call me out if I was wrong, but I'm pretty sure he got it. Can't hurt my feelings anymore.
Yeah. Something interesting to note about Hell is, and we'll notice this a little bit later, but if you're playing on the PC, the route you take is 4-1, and then you skip 4-2, and you go 4-3 to 4-17, and then go on to 4-19. But if you're playing on console, like we do have one console runner, I think KC's our only console runner.
Probably the only active one that I know of.
Yeah, the only one who's definitely joining these relays consistently. They do 4-1 to 4-17, and do 4-2 as well. Just because the load times are longer. Something PC Master Race.
Yeah, I think the PlayStation 4 is and the Xbox One maybe. Their load times are very similar to PC, but I don't know if there's actually any definitive answer to if it's the same or not. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe somebody had has done that, but I'm not aware of it. And of course, we want people to run this game. It doesn't matter what console you're on or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm not
do it for fun.
Out.
Yeah, just do it for fun, not for
yeah.
you know, being the fastest or something like that, because that's gonna be a lot of work and you have to really put your mind to that. So
yeah. Definitely not discouraging anybody to join. We have a pretty active community of a bunch of people that are really helpful and super nice. Seeing Vorpal and Larry now, I think the first two have jumped. So I think he's on like 5 now. Also, Fimbz caught up a little bit.
We were talking about
lows.
Uber.
Oh, yeah. When Vorpal's out, I think I was maybe 7. Fimbz is still trucking through Little Horn, I believe.
And yeah, that is true as well. We do have a runner in the community who is working on. Oh, okay. A auto splitter that will remove times and stuff, loads.
Yeah.
But not really sure how much that will catch on for a lot of runners who run PC, because we've just never done that.
Ooh.
So
I just took a death with Bright Boys. I feel you, man.
Vorpal with the backup.
Yeah.
Oh!
The platform decided to say no.
And I can't help but laugh at that death because it happens to me so often, where I try to jump too late and.
Yeah, I'm. Oh.
And those platforms are really janky, so jumping off the side of them is really, really hard, especially when they're moving away from you.
Yeah.
So.
Shout out to the old days when I had a potato computer and I just phased right through them for no reason at all.
Yeah. And that's.
Which is why people skip 4-8 or
yes,
5-8.
5-8, yeah, exactly. They.
Oh, Matt, I saved it. Oh, I saw that. So good.
It's like the 3rd save on that level.
Yeah.
Since the relay started.
Okay, we've seen, I think, all the runners go for Omega Skip here, where they skip the last key at the end. Ooh, that death at the end there. Definitely giving Mate some breathing room. But they skipped the key there at the end. This is another one where people have said it's hard for them to learn, and some people have said it was really easy, but it's a good skip to learn. Especially since deaths on Omega cost you a lot of time.
Yeah, and I think the hardest part about that level is really the jump, the fall to the middle or past the middle. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to get used to that.
Oh.
And so there's a lot of variations.
Oh, he did.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. So even though Dr. Fetus Boss is an auto-scroller, you can get in front of the saw towers and basically do the rest of the run at your leisure and stand on this button, which
actually does make it faster.
Yeah, that's true, because you don't have to wait.
Yeah, exactly, because
for the
saws have to pass the button before you can step on it normally.
But while you're standing on the button, you're practically invincible, and if you're standing far enough away from the wall, so Dr. Fetus' last rocket doesn't hit you, you're pretty much in the clear.
Yeah, I think whenever you're on the button, the only things that don't kill you are saws.
Alright, we're seeing Mate praying to the Larry gods here. I think we got a pretty decent. I think we've seen very average to long.
And Vorpal took a death doing Leap of Faith after he made it, which you don't see that a lot. Normally it's on the strat itself. Yeah.
Which is something I can relate to.
Probably everyone could.
Yeah, Raka is not my favorite level. even though it's very simple.
But Fimbz is doing a good job
Hmm.
keeping up, not losing a whole lot of time. I think he's actually maybe lost a little bit, but can't remember exactly how far
Purple's out,
behind.
1941. So next up, we're gonna have Galaxy. Not sure his PB time. If I recall, it's something around 21 minutes. I'll have to do some research.
Yeah,
Maybe someone in the chat
Galaxy's
can help.
another runner that just kind of popped up to me.
Out of nowhere.
I had no idea this person existed, and then they joined a relay, and I was like, wow, that's a really good player.
I was just informed that hold on, what was this? 1955 is Galaxy's PB.
Yeah.
Checks. We're gonna see Mate go for Omega Skip, and he gets it. Nice, nice. Something else to notice is a lot of people that run the game consistently, you'll see a lot of more consistent runs from them, whereas someone who doesn't run the game as often will tend to stray a little bit further from their PB time due to rust and other reasons.
I'm a pretty good example of that.
Same. Team meat is stacked, I say rigged. Maybe. No comment.
Yeah, call it out.
We had a last minute change. Galaxy was our Lord and Savior. Stepped up to the plate.
And that's one of the other good things about the community being fairly large is we have events like this, and it's pretty easy for somebody not to be able to schedule around it. And
Mate just said he was done. We're gonna see that here in just a sec. There we go. I see you, Apple. I see you. So next up on Team Bandage will be Lad Okapi. Okapi. I don't really know how to pronounce his name correctly. So Lad Okapi will be now and forever.
yeah, that sounds right.
He'll call me on it later if not.
I think that's in the last relay. That's what I heard his name as. So.
Yeah, so this is Lad's second relay.
Yeah, I think he was in the last relay. That sounds familiar.
Fresh out of a 12-hour challenge of learning this game.
I don't have the best memory, so.
But he's a very active person in the community right now, and he's been learning pretty much every category under the sun. He's a very strong advocate of the all light levels miscellaneous category. Or meme categories.
Which, for me, I call it French percent, but I mean, you know, look at the leaderboard for it and you'll understand why. But it's like half French people. But
Fimbz rounding out his run here in a second. French percent.
Yeah.
Alright, that's Fimbz's time. So next up for Team Fetus, we're gonna have Fingerboom, whose PB is, oh gosh, I wrote it down, 1821, I believe. It's another kind of behind-the-scenes runner. Suddenly you see, oh, Fingerboom got a new time, and it's amazing. Definitely a solid player. Alright, Galaxy got Chad skip. Nice, nice.
Yeah. Really clean Chad.
Yeah. Fingers fused. Alright, cool.
And Finger is another one of those guys who showed up in the scene and just absolutely destroyed times.
Yeah, he was a fast learner from what I understood.
I mean, he bopped me.
So you remember it all too well.
Yeah.
I see.
So, I mean, Fimbz bopped me, he bopped me, and so both of those guys.
Triumphant return of King Shrooms, I believe.
Yeah. The problem I have is I'm learning keyboard slowly. Don't have that much time for it, and I would be still using controller, but I've broken too many controllers. Not by breaking them physically, but by destroying the A button, jumping. So
yeah.
it
in terms
just
of
costs
controller
too
keyboard,
much.
it's mostly player preference, but I've been hearing a lot of people say, "Oh, I've destroyed a lot of controllers in my time." Oh, Galaxy went for gap skip and he got it. Nice. I feel like gap skip is something you just gotta be confident about. You gotta believe, and it'll happen.
Wow, and Finger demonstrating some fast reflexes.
Yeah.
2-1. Just all around that looked really smooth.
Yeah. I believe we'll see Finger catch up pretty quick based on what it's looking like so far. Although Lad has been pretty consistent and really running strong.
Ooh. This.
Oh, Lad goes for the 17 skip and he gets it. Nice. Oh, death for Galaxy on mono.
Yeah, he's struggling with that. He's died twice, I think. So
Yeah,
looks like he's just gonna accept.
play it safe. It's definitely a different mindset you have to go into running this than just grinding for your own PB time, or even just running in a single tourney. You got other people counting on you.
Yeah, the pressure is a little greater because of that. Don't want to let your team down. Nobody wants to do that, but
Yeah.
you know, we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
So
Alright, to see Lad done with the hospital. Although Finger is definitely putting some pressure, I believe. And Galaxy is done with factory. Still holding on to his lead, which is good to see.
we have had some discussion about a dark ending relay. In fact, it seems like the last vote we did that it was voted over any percent.
Or any percent, yeah.
But
Just need to work on the details of it now.
yeah, and
See if there's a lot of interest. I believe any percent is the highest number of people that run that category, for sure. Just because it's a shorter run, easier to get into and stuff, but
yeah, and we've had some people start dark ending. I think start learning it and stuff recently.
I know Lad and Apples have both done races.
Which to me,
Second
that's the
try,
best
I guess.
category. But I mean, everyone has their own opinion about that, so let you decide.
Alright, Lad is still hanging on strong. Well, I believe Galaxy's gonna have to take some timely deaths. I say that just as he died. I'm sorry, Lad. I jinxed you. Turning into the Wormham of this relay. But, yeah, Galaxy's gonna have to take some costly deaths for that lead to be thrown, but we've seen it happen before. Oh, I don't wish that on anyone. All around some
Overall,
pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Jinx.
Yep. Go ahead.
Great runs.
Yeah. Yeah.
we've seen some pretty consistent play. And really, since the first race, it hasn't changed all that much as far as lead.
We see Lad went for 212 or 312 and 313 there, as opposed to I think these other two runners who were going to opt for the later levels because of that skip. Although really, it's just what you're more consistent at this point. I think. Struggle with there.
I mean, in races, it's a lot of people tend to fall back on their safe strats, which, you know, makes a lot of sense because you want to win.
Yeah,
not necessarily about PB.
Just go for everything.
Yeah.
Without a care in the world.
Yeah, and then we have people who are top tier runners, and they can't accept safe strats at all unless it's just they failed a good strat over and over. Yeah.
Something that you have to really consider though when you're doing a run like this is if I die 10 more times trying to get the strat for swag points, how much time is it costing me?
Yeah.
Like that one level in Forest, the 112 I believe, where you're jumping around that saw. If you don't get it the first couple of times, you're already losing time, but you're like, nah, it's a matter of principle now, I gotta get it.
Yeah. I've spent this much time.
Yeah,
now I just have to show that I can do it.
Oh, Lad doesn't use auto jump on 4-3. Didn't know that. He's gonna go for Hex, maybe? Definitely looked like he was starting off that way.
Yeah, he kind of fumbled out there in the middle.
Yeah. This 112 reset, yep.
That was a close call on Fingerboom's 4-1. Barely made it over.
Alright, Galaxy's speaking his way through Rapture. Some pretty strong gameplay from a guy that was just told, I think, like 10 minutes ago that he was running.
It looks like Finger's game is cut off.
It's still running on mine.
No, I mean like the right side of the screen.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably his capture. Yeah,
I don't know if
because
we're missing too much there, though.
yeah, it's just a few blocks, I think, too. Maybe one.
Ooh, took a death. What a hex! I missed it. Rip.
It's okay. You can't see everything with 3 runs on them.
Yeah. We almost need like a third commentator so everyone can just watch one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Shaddix back in here.
He's the last on
Yeah,
one
last leg.
team, huh?
Yeah.
We have 5 runners on each team.
5 runners in each team. I think this is the second most amount of participation we've had in the relay. It's really good to see a lot of people coming out for these things. Hopefully they're enjoying them. Lad's holding on strong, although Finger is definitely catching up. I think he's only a level or 2 behind. Come on, Lad, I believe.
Yeah, the gap has closed.
And they don't really do too many like different strats, so it's definitely just how
it's a matter of
consistent
who
they are
dies
with
more.
their- Yeah, how much you die and how guys clean your gameplay is. Ooh, that's a death for Lad, which might cost him the lead. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Barely.
And so, yeah, this is the first change in that for a while.
Yeah, the
It's
positions.
the beginning.
Galaxy also missed that one warp zone there. Carrying on the trend of nobody's ever hit that warp zone before. Knock on wood. So this is the first time we've actually had 5 people on a team.
Yeah.
Before this, we've had teams of 4 pretty consistently. Oof.
Yeah, and I think really it's a matter of space. Like we could do another team, but then we fill up the whole screen pretty much.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out something if we have more than 20 people.
Yeah, and we don't want the game windows to be too small. But
Team Fetus got a 4-minute buff on the roster change. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It was unavoidable. Ooh, taking a few deaths on here on a last level of Rapture. There's still plenty of time for the other teams to catch up. There's still 2 more runners behind them, though. So it's not over yet for Team Bandage and Team Fetus. So keep cheering, cheering for them.
Like just like we saw Larry really destroy Team Fetus, and Team Bandage took a little grief on that too.
Pull out your Larry shrines now. Start.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see stream froze. There we go. Alright, we're Galaxius and Larry. Let's try and count this time. It's 2. In the meantime, that's actually, you know, the gap between them isn't growing too much.
Galaxy's out of Larry now.
It's 5.
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6. Which is pretty average.
Yeah, I would say average is probably like anywhere from 5 to 7.
Yeah, I think we settled around 7 as being the sweet spot. 5.
Ooh, Galaxy took a death on 6-2.
And Lad missed the key.
The longest level of the run. Lad missed the key. Ooh, rough. It's a very tough level if you miss that key, because then you have to just accept your fate and start over.
Yeah, there's no recovering other than death from that.
We see some auto jump strats on 513. Yeah, 513. And auto jump strats here too. Interesting. We've never seen anyone use auto jump for King Carrion.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen it before, but if I have, it's been a long time.
It's not a common thing you see, for sure.
That's a good level for all kinds of strange things to happen. So.
Oh, Vlad seems to be having some trouble with 511. Can confirm, not a very fun level. Especially if you climb all the way to the top there and the gate closes. You have to go back and touch the button again. Alright, Galaxy's gonna head over to Fetus now. Pretty strong run from him.
Yeah, and Fingers and Larry now.
Ooh. I don't think we've seen a 3-cycle yet today. I believe someone will get it though. Oh, Vorpal did? Nice.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Ooh. Bad took a death there in King Carrion. You have to jump at the very top of that platform on the bottom to make this jump to skip the keys. It definitely makes the level a lot faster. Oof. Looks like he's struggling with the jump at the top there too.
Yeah, he made it up there a few times, but it seems sticky A button like I get.
Also, shoutouts to Led. I don't think he did flood last time. 5:15, I believe it is, but he did it this time, so he's definitely improving. All right, Fingers out of fetus. It a considerably long one too, because it's given Lad a couple seconds to catch up here.
Yeah, and Galaxy was just entering fetus, right? Whenever he entered Larry, so.
Alright, that'll be end of Galaxy's run. So we're gonna have... Yeah, it was very fast. We're gonna have Thermospore, our newest runner to the community. He has a PB time of 23:42, and also one of those ones that have improved considerably since he started. I think he's only been running this game for, I want to say, a month.
Yeah, see that name is unfamiliar to me, so.
Yeah, I've been in his stream a lot. He's very chill. Yeah, he improved his PB time, I think, from like a 30 minutes to this 23. Oh no, I think he has a new PB now of 21 minutes. I just didn't update it on my sheet here. Yeah, he just recently got a PB too. But he's been very active in the community, which is nice to see from people who start running this game, is just get involved and talk to people and have fun. Go fast, do a thing.
Yeah, we really want people to share strats and ideas, because that's really the only way we can keep it going.
Yeah. So Thermo actually, maybe he was listening to what I was saying earlier, but he actually did 112 the normal way after dying once to skip. Admirable.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta take one for the team.
Yeah.
And you can see that he is newer, but based on he's got some of his own strats, and that's one of the reasons I really like newer runners a lot. It's because they have their own ideas, and it's pretty neat to see.
Yeah, it definitely brings a lot of innovation to the run, especially as optimized it is. We're still finding new stuff that is really cool. Like, I don't think I've learned dual jumps or anything else spooky like that.
I think Mate and Hank, I think it was Mate and Hank, who have been doing a lot of ILs and stuff, new strats, and so we've had a lot of innovation, but...
Alright, Fingerboom is on the button, and Lad is caught up a lot. He's in Omega now, so he's only a level behind, which is pretty good. Props to him for keeping it clean. We're going to see Thermo head into hospital
with a really commanding lead.
Yeah.
Finger could make it through escape.
Yeah, all it would take though is a death or two from Finger on escape to, again, not wishing it on him.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I think he's fine.
Yeah. Fingers
just say things
crossed.
after the fact. All right, that'll round out that run for team.
Turn into Warm Ham and jinx every runner.
Yep, I'm not going to become the next Warm Ham.
Well, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing. Warm Ham's a cool guy. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jay will be next for Team Fetus here. His PB is at 22:51. Also a recent PB as well, I believe. In the last couple weeks, for sure. Although I don't see Jay around as much as maybe I should. Oh! Jay actually hit a warp zone. They believe on 1.5, which is one of 2 warp zones that you can hit in this entire run. It definitely costs you some time. Wormham is here in spirit. Don't worry about it. It's all good. That's the only problem with going for that 1-5 strat is if you miss that little block by even a little bit, you hit that warp zone. Ooh,
Oh,
Lad took a death at the end of Fetus there.
Yeah. He's been struggling with it for a little bit now. And I can definitely relate to that. Whenever I'm under pressure,
Yeah.
a lot of the time it's here that I mess up the most.
Yeah. Especially
I
since
lost
you're at the
so
end
many
of your run,
PBs.
like, oh.
Lost so many PBs. And it looks like he's getting a little demoralized, but
Yeah. You can do it, Lad, I believe. Alright, we're seeing Thermo go through hospital. He went for the 217 and I guess kind of hesitated on that pause there, but made the call and paid off. Good for him. Yeah, I've been at ends of runs where even if I just die at the very last thing of escape, it's just like, I'm done. So demoralizing after all that work. But in a relay, you really can't. Can't be done until you are. Alright, so Thermo actually didn't get the Chad skip there. Which is totally respectable. I still don't get it.
yeah, it looks like he attempted. And
Yeah. Which is good. It's good to try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially since it's not something that you can necessarily die to easily if you do it right.
Yeah, it definitely it's one of those things that you can kind of tell if you're gonna make it.
And you can correct for it if you don't. We're gonna see Lad finishing up his run here. And that's it. Okay, good. We'll see what the time is here in a second. 24:14. Not bad. So next up for Team Bandage will be Casey Sunshine. His time is 23:08. And he's our only console player in this relay today. So, shoutouts to console gamers.
Jay. Who is Jay?
See, that's what he's one of those behind the scenes guys that's kind of quiet and doesn't really say too much, but...
I want to be able to say I know who it is, but...
Yeah, you gotta talk to us more, Jay.
Bad. But, I mean...
Don't be shy.
There's a lot of people, so... It's a rotating door. For reference, what is Jay's PB?
Jay's PB is 22:51.
Watch it be warm ham undercover.
With the 22 time, I'm not quite sure about that one.
Well, he's got to make it convincing.
True.
Nah.
I think this is, well, prior to the last minute changes we had to make, this was the only leg that was a little bit further in PB times. Oh, yeah, so see, here again, Casey's gonna go for 1 through, what is that? 1 through 17, rather than skip 1:15 like PC people will, because of those load times. So you get to see all the levels in Forest except for 120, I believe, and 119.
Yeah.
So almost all the levels. You get to see more levels than you normally would if you're just watching one runner.
An extra level.
Ooh, yeah. Thermo's hanging on to the lead. It's doing pretty consistent. I know nerves can get to people, especially on their first run in a setting like this. Alright, Casey's done with Forest. Wow, that was a really fast Forest.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is gone.
Forest is a very short period. Most of it is the boss, it seems like so.
Go Jay, revolving door.
Yeah. And it looks like he struggled a little bit getting the key. Ooh. But, you know, it's just one of those things. You want to go fast, and then sometimes you go too fast. So.
I believe it was Casey too that's close to PBing again. So he's been grinding that. So his runs are probably going to be pretty clean, just because he's not rusty and stuff. All right, Thermo's going to go for mono skip. Let's see if he can get it. He's normally pretty good about it. And there we go. Good. That's definitely within the time frame that it saves you if you go for it, as opposed to running the race. Although if I normally don't get it in the first couple times and I'm in a race setting, I just go for the rate with Brownie, just because it's demoralizing to miss it a bunch of times. This is the first time we've seen every team in a different world.
Yeah, it's kind of disorienting a little bit.
Yeah, it is. It's exciting to see that.
Try to keep who's ahead and who's behind.
Did Rapture come before Hell? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I forget. It's only been a few years.
Oh, I think Jay got the gap skip too. Nice. I wasn't totally paying attention, but I saw the end of it. There.
And it looks like Thermo Spore is...
He's hanging in there.
Yeah, he's hanging in there. He's keeping his team's lead.
Yeah. I believe yesterday he was saying he either gets a 23-minute or a 27-minute. It's definitely looking like a pretty solid run for him, though.
I can definitely say whenever I started, it was varying that much.
Yeah. Super good or super bad? Take your pick.
Yeah. And even now, some days, if I pick up the game, I do terrible. It's like, how did I ever get this time? And it's like, well, I grinded and grinded and grinded.
Mm-hmm. It's just that one magical time you get a PB and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, and then you just don't get it again for a while.
Yeah, well, I haven't really grinded for a PB, so that's really, I think, the main thing that most people need to do.
So Casey got Chad skip, but he actually opted not to go for the second half of it. I'm guessing because he hesitated and didn't realize that he got it.
Yeah, I think a lot of the deaths for that skip are after you get it.
Like, oh my gosh, I got it!
Yeah, you end up messing up the auto jump or missing the chain, things like that.
If I recall, he's been trying to get that skip, and it's been mixed results for him. So it's understandable that he chose to be safe about it and go the slower route, which might end up being the faster one in the end, if that makes any sense at all.
It does. Faster for him.
Yeah.
For me, brownie skip, it took me ages to learn brownie skip. It's like everybody was doing it before I was. So.
Oh, me too. Yeah, same.
I remember because the strat was discovered, and they're all like, "We're gonna do this," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, have fun."
Alright, so here we see
4-2,
by the way. Sorry to cut you off there for a second.
Definitely 4-2. This is a very long auto scroller.
Yeah. But it ends up saving him time in the end. Oh, yeah, Jay did that, not Casey. Is he on console too?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's just his strats right now.
Yeah. Interesting. I'll have to ask him about it later. Don't be a revolving door. Talk to us. Thermo is going strong. Yep. It's definitely holding his lead.
Yeah, I mean, he's lost some time, but he's still going strong.
Yeah. I'm sure if he has a decent, at least, Rapture and end, he'll hold the lead for Team Meat here.
Yeah, and a lot of the newer runners, their weak point is the last two chapters, and so...
Yeah. Casey is on console? Yes, I'm aware.
I can
that's what I
relate to
thought.
that.
Oh yeah, same. I've had many a run thrown to Rapture in the end. Oof. Everyone took a death there on 5-1. 5-1 is one of those levels, if you don't do it fast, it ends up losing your time in the end.
Yeah, you could do a different route and save time.
It's definitely having some trouble with it. I only learned it because my computer couldn't handle.
Okay.
Oh, 7 cycle. So we
Yeah,
haven't seen
so
it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know where that 3 was coming from.
Oh, Thermo's actually going to opt to go for skipping 5-1. Respectable. Casey missed mono skip. Actually, I'm not sure he uses pause strats, so maybe it's just safe for him to not. That was also the strangest but neat way to do 317 there. Using only one side of those disappearing blocks rather than both. Jumping back and forth. And Thermo's actually going to take the slower route for a 5-4 here, but it's generally safer if you don't know how to jump around that saw. Which is something I still do because it's not consistent for me.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah. We're getting there.
Yeah, lad, I think yours was a 5 cycle.
You had to take a nap cycle. Aw. Yeah, you and Polo Finger got kind of cheesed. And Larry. Team Fetus definitely can blame Larry on that one. I think you guys had both like 2 really subpar Larrys.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing exactly how long Team Fetus's was because it seemed to be a few minutes.
Thermo missed key twice.
At least a minute or 2.
Larry is definitely not in a good mood today, I will say that. So I think in the last relay we at least had a couple 3 cycles and a few 4s and 5s. It wasn't too crazy.
But yeah, you see Thermo taking it safe on 5-7. He ended up skipping 1.
Nobody has done double rickets, which is totally understandable. It's definitely a hard thing to go for.
Yeah, Vorpal's nobody.
You're gonna straight up call him out on that one.
Nah, I love Vorpal.
I dare not tease a god like that.
The meat gods will strike me down.
Yeah, I'm in no position to rustle those feathers.
He did do it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, you probably typed that before I said it, so.
Yeah.
Delay is great. But.
So Jay's actually catching up to Thermo here. So maybe Team Fetus can pull it back. Casey's still going strong, so it's definitely. I'm gonna say it's anyone's game at this point because anything can happen.
Did you really do 5-10? Vorpal, I missed that. Damn.
5-10.
Yeah, it's.
I have not seen Vorpal's 5-10 yet.
If it's the strat I'm thinking of, I don't know. For sure. But could be mixing levels.
We're gonna see Jay go for a 5-8 here.
Yeah, maybe I was making it. Maybe yeah, I think I was thinking of 4-10.
Oh.
Which is ridiculous if you've seen it.
Ooh, Thermo took a death there on Flood 5-15, I believe. Two deaths. I feel like at this point in the run is where a lot of people are feeling the pressure and they can see the end, but literally and figuratively.
I think also is another stress bringer is if you're in the middle of the relay or at the end, and you
Yeah.
know how far behind your team
Yeah.
ahead or behind your team is.
I'm
That
not sure.
pressure.
It's 'cause the first leg has that you set the bar, you set the precedent of
Yeah.
how the standings are. So there's a lot of stress there too, but maybe second and third leg are not as stressful. I don't know. We'll have to make a poll and see.
Yeah. Yeah. Just need new straw poll.
I'm sure someone's on that already. Also, a fun fact, I think Sparkover has always been on Team Bandage. That's how the times worked out. I think she and I think maybe Mate have been on the same team.
Yeah. Team Semi Baguette.
Yeah. Back in the days when we had those names.
I don't know if she was actually participating in that one, but
I'm fairly sure she's been in everyone except the third one.
yeah, I know there's
Semi-Baguette was,
at
I
least
think,
one she hasn't been in.
the one I ran in.
And I was in the first one, but I had
Yeah, that's when your controller broke.
Yeah, I had some technical difficulties.
And thus the birth of Keyboard Shrooms was born.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
played
he's
a
barely
good
missed
portion of that
that
run on keyboard.
First time keyboard in a relay. Still did a good job. Props to you. Oh, Jay's going actually for an interesting rocket strat there. Using a little bit more of a momentum build-up to use the pause buffer. Catch that block.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all were calling it Team Baby Rage, and I was like, when I found out, I was baby raging because I hate that emote so much. It's so annoying.
You just like encouraging them to use it now.
Yeah, I mean now they'll probably do it in spite of me, but
Yeah.
then it was just because I wasn't around when they decided that. I mean, I was definitely baby raging during the run, even though nobody could hear it.
Yeah, there it goes. All the baby rages.
Yeah, I knew they would do it.
Here we
I
go.
have
I
it
think it's
blocked.
2 for Jay. Will it be a 3? No. Will it be at least a 4? Come on, Team Fetus needs to have some good Larry luck today. I believe. Thermo looks like he's having some trouble with 6-2 there. Which again is the longest level in this category, so take it a little slow if you need the extra time to readjust yourself. Okay, I think that was average, but still. Applesauce needs like a 3 cycle to make the Team Fetus luck break. These Larrys are so biased. Someone bribed him.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Larry
nice
can
job
easily
there.
be bought.
Casey seems to have been having some trouble with 511 here. Missed the button. Which I think there's a smaller button to release burn boys that come from the top there, and the big fatter button that opens the gate at the top.
Yeah, and Jay is catching up pretty fast to
Yeah. He's only 2 levels behind
Thermostat.
now. He's definitely closed the gap. See, team meat wasn't stacked. It's even, man. Shh.
Yeah, don't let them get you down. You did a great job.
Yeah. Overall, though, for Thermo, it's a very
I mean, I would have taken bribes to get people on the team.
Just have a whole team stacked with like Hambanu and Fimbz and whole
Yeah, Mate and
against all the new
Vorpal.
guys. Oof.
So,
Apparently, I missed a clean save on Jay's part on 6-3. Ooh, Thermosaur took a death on Fetus. And Jay took a death on Omega.
Yeah, he's fumbling a bit.
Definitely doesn't help if you don't know how the other members of your leg are doing. Takes a moment to catch his breath and do the pause buffer to skip the key. Nice, nice.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody pull that strat that way. So that's pretty cool.
Mm.
At least in a relay.
So sorry, you're 20, don't give me one back. That's pretty good.
That was-
Come on, Thermo! Have a little more class.
Yeah, we have a lot of memes for this game, so just disregard.
Although I think Shadex did that last time, so I'll give you a pass.
Yeah,
get
Shadex. Everybody gets one, right?
Alright, Thermo's just pinged the Discord saying it's done.
Yeah, and actually, I think Shadex did it longer than he did, so. But it was a little different this time, so that's fine. Whoa, there's a block up there.
Yeah, that's something every runner who's been in Thermo's stream has been like, oh my gosh, I didn't know there's a block up there.
I knew. I just said that because I saw people talking about it.
I didn't know there was one. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a block.
Yeah.
You're amazing. You found a block. Alright, so the next up for team meet will be Brendan. His PB time is 18:53. It's another one of those quiet men who I don't really see talking too much, but they're
He streams all the
super
time.
good. Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Gotta
he
go
streams
follow
a lot.
him. Go find everyone and follow them and stalk their streams.
Well, I say all the time. It's every week I see him stream at least once.
Oh, well, that's good. And Jay actually exited too, so it's actually pretty close for first and second place here. Let's see. Who's after Jay? After Jay is Applesauce, and his PB is 1957. Again, just recently got the sub 20 he wanted. And Apple is known for his awesome voice and working on the safe strat tutorials for newer runners. So if you're looking for some non-Vorpal spooky strats, it's definitely a good place to start. Familiarize yourself with auto jump and other easier skips that save you a lot of time.
Yeah, and sprint jumping is a good thing to learn early on too. Even if you don't use it very much, or if you don't do brownie skip or whatever, it's good to practice it because it's useful throughout a lot of levels.
Yeah, Casey looks like he's having a bit of a trouble on 6-3 here. He also opts to not use the platforms, which is something you don't rarely ever see people doing unless they miss it. There we go, he gets it. And that'll be end of forest for Brendan. And again, Applesauce is only 3 levels behind, so a couple of mistakes here or there from Brendan, and we can see him catch up pretty fast. Again, not wishing it on anybody.
I think we got that.
Something else to notice about Apple's stream is I think he's using the ultra detail, or at least low detail, where you don't see a lot of the extra graphics and stuff, which also helps your load times if you have a...
It's hard for me to tell on this resolution.
Yeah. Oh, in case he's actually going to get the key, he doesn't go for Omega Skip here. So you get to see that little bit of gameplay. Hope you didn't blink, because then you miss it. Best way to tell is the fans in 2-4, if he's on low detail or ultra low detail.
Yeah, he's on low, I think.
Ultra low detail is a safe strat. Hey man.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Ultra low detail doesn't really save very much, if it saves anything.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's just something I used always, so.
Yeah. Definitely helps if you have frame rate issues, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on ultra low, I guess.
Yeah, so on ultra low, you're not going to see those fans blowing.
And there's a few other minor changes from low, but
it's a little hard for some people though because they can't visualize where the fan is blowing at that point. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Some people just find it distracting, so they turn it off. I'm one of those people. I get distracted. It's like, ooh, shiny.
yeah, I never really had a particular opinion about either. It was like I just use low because that's what ultra low because I always did. Yeah, it's like I think for a long time a lot of people didn't even realize you could do ultra low. So,
and that'll be it for Casey. Let's see who's after Casey.
Shadax.
We have Shadax, who is a PB of 1929. One of them. I don't want to say old boys of the community, but
It definitely is. He's been around for a long time, probably a little longer than me, or about the same time as me. And so, I think a little bit longer, but
he's also been one of the ones that's been pretty active in helping make these relays happen. So, shout outs.
oh yeah, shoutouts.
Shoutouts. If that's not an emote, it's got to be one now.
Yeah.
Brendan gets chat skip. Always good to see. The Shadow's pretty consistent with his runs too, I feel. So some clean gameplay from him, and we could see him catch up pretty quick. Also, his second relay, I think, maybe third.
Applesauce or who?
Shadax.
Shadax.
This is Apple's second, and Brendan's first, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's been in 2 or 3 Shadax. So I know that he commentates in almost all of them.
Apparently, Shad is in exactly the same position as last relay. It's okay. We'll believe he can bring it back.
Yeah,
Don't
he's
count out Team
a
Bandage
strong
yet.
runner. RNG gods may be with him.
Brandon's holding on to his lead. Or actually got back the lead, and then
Yeah,
grew it.
and he got Gap.
If Brendan gets double rickets, I'll eat my keyboard. Alright, you heard it here first, folks. If Brendan goes for double rickets and gets it, Shadax will eat his keyboard. Hopefully live on stream.
And is he gonna turn it off?
Turn it off, Shadax! Thank you. He was the one that put the jankiest flash game up last time.
Yeah, we like to have fun. It's fine.
It's all just for fun too. It's winners only get brownie
serious
points and
about this.
pats on the back, maybe a high five. Pretty much the whole precedent for the community. I feel like we're not super serious, but just a bunch of
we have
friends.
our moments, but
It's a good community. Have to be a part of it. Again, auto jump strats for 217. Nice. Don't exactly know if it's faster, but I think it's just whatever you're most comfortable with on that level. Not die. Ooh, misses the 318 skip. So, some time lost there, but
Killer saved the keyboards.
oh, kill. Oh, everyone's one kill now. I didn't.
The peripheral police will be here soon.
Alright, well, we're gonna see him if he does. Ooh, the stream just. No, never mind. Just pause for a second. We're gonna see if he gets his double rockets here in a second. If he doesn't feel all the extra stress and pressure in the atmosphere right now. Applesauce has had brownie. Gets it on the first try. Nice. Keyboards. Gets it on the first try and then has trouble climbing the wall. Interesting. Oh, Brendan notices that he didn't make it in time for the hex skip. Or the first part of hex skip, at least.
Yeah, he made hex skip. Yeah.
Yeah, I made hex skip, though. I usually just lump everything together, isn't...
Yeah. The whole...
the whole thing, rather than just just the end there. Let's see. He doesn't go for... Oh, he does go for double hits.
Yeah.
Let's see if he gets it. Oh, nope, he decided not to.
Yeah.
Shattuck's keyboard lives another day.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna have to donate for a new keyboard. Or his hospital bill.
Yeah. Alright, Apples opts for no hex. I think he hasn't learned it yet, or if he has, he's not confident enough to put it in, which is respectable. Boo. Ooh. Shattuck's just entering the factory now. So about a world behind, but I believe in the Shaddocks.
He is known to be a strong runner, so.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Having a little bit of trouble here, and was it 3-4, 3-3? 3-4.
yeah, who doesn't? That level sucks.
Yeah, it really does. The conveyor belts are just like, you want to go that way? No, that's okay. We can go this way now. I don't think we've seen anybody do the Big Brother skip today, but it's worth mentioning that it's a slightly faster way to do that level that Applesauce just did. Where you miss a laser cycle. But I'm not too sure how close the window is to make it. Purple got Big Brother, I thought? If he did, I missed it. Purple can correct me in that, or chat can correct me in that if you guys saw it.
I think he did.
Oh really? Good, good. Purple's showing off all the high level strats today. It's always nice to see the variety of playstyles, though. I guess as you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, there's lots of different players.
Alright, Applesauce is still just on the tail of Brendan here. See a strong comeback for Team Fetus. But did Vorpal get double Big Brother? There's such a thing as double Big Brother?
Yeah, you do a little stop, jump off the wall
Oh,
right above your spawn.
today I learned. Let's see if Shadows goes for monoskip here. He does, and doesn't get it, so takes a ride on the platform. Ooh, Brendan took a death there early on in 5-1, which is a little hard to do. I don't think we touched on this, but the load scene from the last boss still plays for a few frames, so you get that white flash at the beginning of a level. Which kind of is what makes 5-1 so difficult, is you kind of have to make a blind jump there at the beginning.
Shadax did an A+ 3-7.
Oof.
Just saying.
The A+ 3-2, I noticed he was having trouble on that one.
Yeah, that one's I think he did. I think the only one he did was 3-7. That one's a really tight timing.
Hmm. It's okay, this isn't dark ending. It's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Applesauce is just starting Rapture now. I don't think he died on Little Horn, but I didn't think he was that far behind.
He's only like 7 levels behind.
Yeah,
6.
he was only a couple though. Oh, he just died there.
Well, you know, just some parts of the game are longer.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, Shaddix doesn't go for double records either. Although I don't think he normally puts it in his runs. Brendan doing those super swag strats of jumping over the saws there, which saves time, but it's a little challenging to learn the timing for. Although I think that's once you get into your muscle memory, it's pretty good, pretty solid. If Shaddix gets Big Brother, I'll eat my lunch. So if he doesn't get Big Brother here,
he didn't go for it.
Yeah, he didn't go for it. No lunch for lad. Sad times.
He didn't say anything about not eating dinner now.
That's true. Have your dinner now and lunch later.
Yeah. No rules about that.
You're welcome, we gave you a loophole. Ooh, Shaddix missed the key.
Yeah.
Got excited.
He landed next to it again.
Oh no.
You got it though.
There we go. Come on, Shaddix, I believe.
Yeah, have you eaten breakfast yet?
Alright, we're gonna see Brendan finishing up Rapture now. Supporters of Team Meat better start appeasing the Larry gods. Praising.
Brendan taking all kinds of saves.
Yeah. Got this 1, 2, 3. Wow, the second one hasn't even jumped yet. That's pretty sad. 8. Oof. Team Fetus is working some voodoo magic, I think.
He needs to learn the RNG manipulation.
Yeah. Gotta die first to the saw and then pay your respects and then get a free cycle. There we go. I think it's like 13 cycle. Maybe 14.
No one's.
But because of that, if Applesauce gets
him.
Talk about who? Larry?
Brendan.
Ah. So Applesauce paid his dues by dying to the saw there. So let's see if he gets a 3 cycle. Nope, that's not it. Again, wow. Larry's just a blood today.
A lot of close calls on key graphs throughout a lot of runners and different teams. It's whenever you get ahead of yourself just a little bit.
Alright, I think that was a 14 cycle for Apple.
So very similar.
Larry is not having a good day. Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Alright, I believe in Shaddix bending space and time.
Yeah. Who's gonna struggle on Fetus for 2 minutes?
surprised they don't patch the game to remove Larry RNG.
Patch the game.
This
Good
game
joke.
is fairly old.
Good joke. It's gotten like 1 or 2 patches in the history, and that was like right when it came out. I don't know, maybe
I feel
there's
like
something I
of all
don't
the
know about,
things-
but yeah.
You wouldn't want to just patch Larry RNG, you want to fix a lot of other stuff first. Ooh, nice save there by Apple.
Hitbox.
Yeah, hitboxes being one of them. Alright, Apple is rounding up 6-4. Whereas Brendan is gonna be on the button here soon. Ooh, Apple takes death to the top of the saws there. Which is the faster way to go through Omega, but not necessarily too hard to learn as long as you know where the setup is. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, it's one of those things you just practice a lot over and over, and then
Misses Omega too. Alright, and Chadix officially is the last person to miss that warp zone, so we're still holding out the trend. Alright, that's
Last
it for
but
Team
not
Meat. They're
least.
first place. Congratulations.
yeah, it was a strong relay for them.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's,
they did have some pretty good luck as well at the beginning.
Yeah.
So we'll have to keep that in mind.
We'll see what their final time was here in a second. Although shout out to Team Fetus who brought it back pretty close.
Yeah, I would say right now Delgas is like the MVP as
He's been the
Rampage
MVP of
says.
both relays that he's been in.
Incredibly consistent.
Yeah.
Kind of jealous.
He's now expected to PB every run after this. Or every relay after this, rather. Alright, Shaddix, I believe in the 3 cycle. Let's go. 1.
Nope.
Darn it.
Oh, he got a 4.
Oh, 4 cycle.
I think
Nice,
that's the
alright.
best so far.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else got a 4. We had a 5.
No.
What's
Oh,
going
there
on
he-
over Brandon?
Little Shaddix emote.
Yeah, that's a BJW emote, right?
Oh, BJW? I don't know, let's see.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Oh. I only ever see Shaddix using it, so I associate it with Shaddix every time.
Well, I guess it's appropriate since he's the last one.
Now, Hank, I think Vorpal confirmed he had a 7 cycle for Larry. Alright, and Apple's done. Nice. We'll see their final times here in a second too, I think. Good runs all around. I think like the last relay, we're gonna cheer on Shad here.
Yeah, he's gonna finish
Finishing
strong.
strong.
He always does. He's not a quitter,
Nope.
and plus, no, not like this is a real contest.
Yeah. Again, the winners just get a good job.
Bragging rights. I
Bragging rights
guess.
until next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Shaddix has been almost last on every leg of, or the last leg of his team
Yeah.
for both the ones that he's participated. I
Yeah,
remember
and
that. So I
he's
can put
also
him-
hosted some of these on
his channel. Yeah, it's good for him.
Yeah, because we can't always find a spot here. Of course, we try, but
Yeah, and we
there's a lot of events that go on here.
yeah.
So
But super big thank you in advance to Fiesel for hosting us here.
always,
And
always a
everyone-
great time.
Yeah. Super accommodating and awesome. especially when we have last-minute changes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh, Shaddix took a death to the rocket there on Fetus. Just showing that you can. It's not a myth.
I also want to thank Shadax for he was gonna do some commentary until I could make it. But I happened to actually be off and be able to make it, so
yeah,
really appreciate that.
You died undefeated just like last relay? It's okay, we're keeping it consistent.
Brandon going for
trying
rickets.
to do the double rickets. So everyone just is like, don't tell Shaddix if he actually does it.
It's a very, very tough strat.
It is. Alright, shall we
Looks like
prep
he's
people
about
for
to
interviews?
finish.
Do we have time for that? Let's see.
Fiesel, do we have a few minutes?
Really?
I'm not sure what's going on after this.
Oh,
Sure, yeah, you
please.
got time.
Sweet.
Appreciate
it. Alright.
Let me rant on stream about that wonderful area.
Oh, geez, Shad. He just finished.
All
Alright,
right.
let's,
So it looks like we have our final.
Alright, I think we have Lad up first joining us. Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
Hello. Good job. I know
I
how
try.
frustrating. I know how frustrating that must have been.
I believe you have some strong feelings about how your leg went.
Well, no, not really. Aside from that little choke in hell, I was still on 22:30 pace if the dog hadn't gotten in the way. But I put a picture of her in Discord. You can't be mad at a face like that. So
Dog
it
strats.
is what it is. I'll just make sure to put her away next time before I start my leg.
Awesome. Well, it's nice to see that your stream was like seamless. I know last time you had some problems and this time
Yeah,
it's really good.
I made sure it was good. I had my 4G on standby if the ISP decided to be bad, but it got the job done this time, and I can't complain. I didn't hear chat complaining about it last time, or
Yeah.
last time, so worked out
That's good,
pretty
Yeah.
well.
No, it was really smooth. For the most part, I don't really think we had anybody fall behind, and as far as delay goes.
Yeah, it looked pretty good from where I was watching. So yeah,
But
Very awesome.
any thoughts on how this relay went? You think your
looked
team
pretty
could have
smooth
done
all
better? Or?
around. Yeah, I mean, Spark and I obviously got a little bit of a drop behind where we should have been running. Spark looking a little rusty. I haven't actually seen her running lately, so it's probably just rust. And then, of
Yeah,
course, me
that's
with the
what I
dog
think.
situation. But aside from that, I think we pretty much performed exactly as we should have been. But I mean, it's a marathon. Fetus had all that bad Larry RNG, and of course, Delgas just completely ruined all of the predictions by PBing 2 days in a row. So
Yeah.
you never know what you can expect out of these relays at this point.
Yeah, he's an absolute monster. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Good job. Thanks for participating.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I'll be back next month, probably,
awesome.
maybe.
Yeah, we'll definitely try and keep our pattern going as best
Yeah.
we can. So
Definitely, if there's an interest for it, sure.
if we can
There's
get
definitely interest.
the turnout, we'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
If we can get 7 people to run all light levels on a random evening, we can keep people running 80% relay.
Okay, you can go now. We're done pitching that. All the levels thing.
No,
Yeah.
It's a good category. Everybody should run in that category. I'm not letting this die until we get it at GDQ.
And there's
gonna happen.
that French percent plug by Lado for everyone. But yeah, I mean, it's a possibility if we get enough interest. You know, I don't really see a reason not to, honestly. But we'd have to get there. We don't have enough people running it and stuff like that.
I think it's just me that's taking the category seriously because I'd say it's like the equivalent of No Cape, No Star World, and Super Mario World. It's a fun category, but it's extremely arbitrary and doesn't really have a definite point to it. It's just kind of a different thing that you can do that makes the game fun. So
yeah,
that's
I mean,
that's just my
to each
opinion
their
on
own.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
To each their own. Like, I prefer dark ending, you know, but that's because I had fun doing that more than I did anything else. So it's definitely something we'll have to talk about. You know, because this format has worked pretty well for us. So, you know, we kind of why fix something that isn't broken situation.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I know that dark ending tournament or relay or whatever is something that a bunch of people are still harping on too. That's actually my next goal, is to get down to a 45-ish dark ending time, which I'm closing in on fairly quickly. So hopefully I'll have it in the next 2 months or so if I keep improving that time at the rate I'm going. So
yeah, well, good luck to you and your endeavors. And
absolutely.
We'll keep you posted on our next event.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me in here, guys.
No problem, man. Do we have anyone else? Anyone else? Get in here.
Hello.
Hello, Applesauce.
Hey.
Congratulations on your run.
Thank you.
Any thoughts about your run?
My run? I'm actually really happy about how I did. I got chat skip, mono skip, 318 skip. I was really nervous about a lot of those because I'm kind of rusty. But yeah, I got all of that. Omega was a little shaky, but after how good of a factory I had, I guess I can't really complain. And yeah, I did my best, and I'm proud of myself.
So as a collective for your team, would you like to sum up about your team's Larry luck over the course of this entire relay?
Yeah, we gotta get that Larry script up, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to count and see a total of the Larrys for each team. I think you guys
Yeah,
had
it was
the
pretty
worst
bad.
luck out of everybody.
Yeah, Polo definitely had the worst.
Was up in the
Larry.
20s, I think.
Yeah, out of anybody. But you know, these things happen. You can't control RNG.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as your team's position, other than Larry, how do you feel about the performance of your team?
I'd say I'm also proud of how everyone else did. I was looking at Team Bandage and how Spark and Lad had a bit of a struggle. And I mean, no one on my team really struggled as hard as they did. And I guess the last minute switch from, I think it was just Mono to Fingerboom, helped us out a lot. But yeah,
Was
I'm
it
also
just
proud of my team.
Mono or was it Delgas? I don't remember.
We had just Monotone was replaced by Galaxy.
Okay, that's
Oh,
a Galactic.
so-
That's it.
And then
Fingerboom. Oh, Sienna, right.
Fingerboom replaced Sienna.
Okay,
yeah.
so we had 2 changes. All right.
Yeah.
See, I haven't had time to really study who's on each team and stuff like that, so I just kind of came into this like, we'll see.
Yeah.
But overall,
I mean-
everyone participated, tried their best, and really happy with how this relay turned out.
Mm-hmm. And I can't wait for the next one because these are always fun.
Yeah, I mean, even for the people who aren't directly involved, it seems like they have a lot of fun with it, so that's a
Absolutely.
good sign.
Yep.
So any last thoughts? Any
Just I guess thanks to everyone who's organizing this and to Fiesel for hosting it on Speed Gaming.
Yes, big thanks
Yeah.
to Fiesel.
can't really thank him enough, honestly. But
Yeah. That's
again, thank you for your participation because can't do this without people who are willing to get involved with it. So
yeah, always a pleasure.
All right.
and
let's,
do we have anyone else?
I think Thermo and maybe Brendan, and then we'll be signing off after that.
Okay.
Hey, let me ping him. All right, hello. Is this Thermo?
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
So let's see.
As our newest
Thermo.
runner,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts?
Hello,
on
I'm Shrooms.
Yeah, let's introduce you to Shrooms first.
I was trying to
Shrooms.
figure out who everybody was that I didn't know, and I saw your name and I saw Jay, and I was like, I have never seen these people before, and I feel bad for not being involved. But
No, that's cool. I'm pretty new here, so.
So how long have you been running this game?
I think I started about a month ago, maybe.
Twin called it.
That was about a month, yeah. And since then, your PB has come down a considerable amount. I think you went from like a 30-minute when you first started seriously running to 21 minutes in a month.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
But
This is good.
so this is being your first event like this for Meat Boy, at least. I don't know about your past, but what are your thoughts on the format? Do you think that this is something that we should stick with, or possibly come up with maybe a little difference as far as what run we do, or how many people we can get, how many teams? How do you feel?
I thought it was really fun. And of course, it would be fun to try other categories, maybe. I don't know.
Well, it's just something that I've been given thought, and I figured since you're new, it was good to get input from you as well.
The nice thing about 80% is that a lot of people do it, so you're able to get a lot of people in. But I'm sure if you planned in advance for a different category, I'm sure a bunch of people would prepare. It'd be really fun.
As a newer runner, do you feel like any percent is very accessible for you and easy to learn? We'll put easy in quotes.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say super easy, but it's easier than dark ending, or it's something doable that anybody can learn it if you just put in a bit of time. It's really fun.
All right. Well, what about your run? How did you feel about that? You got a 25, 30, 29, something like that?
Yeah, I feel kind of bad for not cranking out a crazy time like everyone else on the team, but for a race, I couldn't have asked for something better. I'm pretty sure my race average is 30 or something.
Yeah, it's way different whenever you're racing people, as far as the pressure. How did you get any struggle with that, or did you feel comfortable the whole time? Just curious.
I was pretty concerned at first, just making sure. I didn't know if I had everything set up right, but once I got started, it went pretty well, I think. There were some moments where I had to make some snap decisions, where I jumped out of 5-1.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, it was really a good call. Realize you're starting to lose time on it, and you just decide to do 5-2 and 5-18 instead.
Yeah. I did make a bad decision though on Salt Factory. I used my new strat. Shouldn't even call it a strat. Right. Starting to learn 319. I've literally done the level 3 times in my entire life, so I probably should have stuck with my old route. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the heat of the moment, you just gotta run with your decision, I guess.
Yep.
And it worked out for your team anyway. So, I mean, what more can you ask for?
Yep. Exactly.
But really want to thank you for joining
Yeah.
We don't have new people that often that are willing to, sometimes they're a little worried that they're going to do too bad and stuff like that. And that's not a concern we have, it's all for fun, really. And,
Yeah.
and to get more exposure in this game. And so whenever a new person joins, it really helps us out.
Yeah, it's always good to see.
Yeah, it was a fun experience. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Hope to see you next time.
Sure thing.
Very awesome. Hey, on point. Hello, Brendan.
Hello.
So we have Brendan KTV here. How would you summarize your run? Didn't do double rickets. Shadex was disappointed.
My run it wasn't the greatest. We had a pretty long Larry, but I overall played okay. I'm not really used to being under pressure in the first 3 worlds, so it was really different. But I'm used to pressure and Rapture, so I feel like I played pretty well there. But I'm not used to it in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Your team was ahead the whole run, pretty much. So.
Yeah, that was
There
either
was
the
some
whole
pretty
Rapture.
close calls though.
Yeah. I mean, in the leg before you, team lost a bit of time, but it was a newer runner, and that's okay.
Yeah,
You still
always
ended
nice
up
to see
winning.
what
you
people
know.
did.
Yeah. But as far as Larry RNG goes, your team had it pretty easy.
Yeah.
So if you go back and just look at what the other teams had, it's especially Polo.
Streams and I were just crying at Polo's run. It was pretty sad.
Because he was going strong, and then
Yeah.
there's nothing he could do. Team Bandage caught up and passed him up,
Yeah.
and that's just the way it goes sometimes. But
Quick shoutouts to Shadex for getting me into this game, and also Delgas for getting an amazing run, and also Fiesel for just hosting this too. Really nice
Awesome.
of him.
yeah. So you're gonna be back, huh? We'll see you
Yeah.
again.
Hopefully.
Well, we always like return runners as well as old
Oh yeah.
new runners. I mean,
Mhm.
old return runners.
Do you like the setup of a relay though, Brendan? Since it's your
Yeah.
first relay, rather than just running a tournament by yourself, is it worse or better to have other people on a team?
Yeah,
Trying
it's
to get
nice
the
to have
best
people on a team. It's more of a community effort. I feel like speedrunning is a community effort, so it's really nice to have a direct representation of that.
Yeah, definitely. For us, I mean, we did. I think it was in June last year. We did the Any Percent tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been contemplating setting up another tournament, maybe in a different format than we did previously. Any thoughts on how we would? Do you think we should run Any Percent tournament again, or maybe push people to learn a new category if they want to get involved in that?
Yeah, I
'Cause
think,
it's a monthly. It's a type of the tournament takes a bit longer to prepare for than this. So
yeah, it's we gotta have more people running Dark Ending, I think, or all light levels we could probably do, but it's not
Don't get that started.
different. At that point, you might as well just do Any Percent.
yeah, I mean, it is an interesting idea that we definitely shouldn't just dismiss right
Oh,
off
yeah,
the top.
I'm just laughing at it because
Yeah, because it's been kind of a meme,
Yeah.
this relay. As far as, eating keyboards and whatever else.
Jankiest
Flash game. We've seen some repeats, but, it looks like we also have Shadex in here.
Oh yeah.
You have
Shadex, any comments
anything
before
to say?
we sign off?
Hello.
Hello.
I just wanted to say thank you for organizing this, and thank you, Brendan, for not getting double rickets.
I got it after it. I clipped it.
That's-
It doesn't count.
It doesn't.
It's close enough.
Yeah. But
But,
yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say. It's just if you're interested in speedrunning the game, join the Discord. Everyone is super welcoming, and you will definitely find a lot of people who are wishing to help you. So
yeah, there's a lot
Just
of
so that-
knowledge in this Discord about the game. So even if you're not speedrunning, if you just are stuck or you need help with something, we have the proper channels for that as well.
Don't be a revolving door. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Alright, well, with that, I think we should thank Fimbz again for hosting us on the Speed Gaming channel. We're always happy to be here. Thank all the
Follow
writers.
this channel.
Yeah,
for
follow this channel.
Great speedrunning content.
Mhm.
Constantly.
And thanks to all the runners and thanks to all the viewers too for hanging out and chatting and cheering
I want
everyone
to thank
on.
you, Twin, for
Oh.
organizing this.
Nah.
We haven't we haven't really addressed very often that it does take a certain number of people, and it takes time and effort, and so we really appreciate your help.
Well, anytime. Thanks to Shadax and Magic and everyone else who helped with the last minute changes.
And again, I guess everybody just tune in next time. We'll be around probably next month, so
Yeah.
we
Nice,
can
thank
get
you.
it set up and scheduled. All right.
Toodaloos.